Hello Farmhouse family, welcome to another video. We are once again in that kitchen tonight. I know that I've been posting so many cooking videos lately. I love to do it, but I love to hear from you all that you've made it for your family and how much you enjoy it. It makes me seriously makes my heart so happy. And that's why I enjoy doing it. So in the kitchen tonight, we are going to be making chicken fajita casserole. This is another quick and easy throw together kind of recipe. And I know that my kiddos and Mr. Joey are looking forward to it. So let's get into it, friends. All right, friends, here are the ingredients for tonight's dinner. The washer and dryer are running right now. It's Sunday and we're just trying to get everything caught up before the work week begins. So I did alter this recipe just a little bit. So the recipe calls for 1 can of cream of chicken, and then you also need a 1.5 cups of chicken broth, a fajita seasoning packet. Now the recipe calls for 1 cup of frozen bell pepper and onion, to mix in, and I don't think I've ever purchased that in my whole life. I'd rather it's great if that's what you want to use, but I had this pepper already and I want to use this pepper, so we're going to have extra pepper in ours, and then I'm going to use a fresh onion instead. It calls for 1 package of cheese, but it doesn't say exactly how much, so I'm assuming that means 2 cups. So I am going to give this pepper jack a try with the recipe. I think it goes along really well. And let's see, it just says the Mexican blend cheese that you can use. So we're just going to go ahead and use this. And then it calls for 1 can of the diced tomatoes with the green chilies, and it says not to drain. And then you need 1 cup of sour cream and 2 cups of instant rice. And then it calls for 4 cups of shredded chicken. So ideally I would have put this in the slow cooker and shredded it up, but we did not have time to do that today. So Mr. Joey's just going to cut the tenderloins up in bite-sized pieces, and we're just going to saute it and then put the casserole together. So just a couple alterations there, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so let's get to cooking. All right, y'all, we are going to start over here at the stove, and Mr. Joey was so very kind to cut up the chicken tenderloins for me. So I just spritzed the pan with olive oil, and all I'm gonna add is salt and pepper. Like I said, the recipe called for shredded chicken, and so you could totally do that in a slow cooker, or you could just get rotisserie chicken. So I'm just gonna season mine with salt and pepper. I just feel like I can't not season, you gotta add something. And some salt. All right, I'm gonna let this cook until it's, fully cooked. And meanwhile, we're gonna go over to the other counter and we're gonna get our vegetables and our cheese prepared. All right, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I've got my 9x13 casserole dish, and it just says to grease it, so I'm just using my spritz bottle. So many of y'all have asked for the link. I'm happy to link it. You probably should just link it under the video. That would be the smart thing. It's like gadget night because we're gonna use the vegetable chopper and the cheese grater. But of course you can do that using a knife, or you can buy the pre-shredded cheese. All right, I'm gonna show you how I get the cheese grater together, just in case you're interested. So you may set yours on the other side. I'm left-handed, and this is the way I do it. So it has a little mechanism on the side where it says release and lock. So you just put it on the counter and you put it to lock. And then that sucker is you could hang it on walls and do what is that? Rock climbing. We're not gonna do that today though. Okay. Now, the next thing you're gonna add is this part here. So we're just going to slide it on, just like that. Then you're gonna there's a few different ones that it comes with. So this is the one I'm using. And then you connect the little handle. Look at that. I just knocked the camera, sorry. That's it. And then you have this little doohickey to push everything down if you need to. So I've got my bowl right here. I've got my cheese right here. You know what? You should really use the cheese right out of the refrigerator so it breaks up easily. And mine's been sitting on the counter for a little bit, so it's probably gonna be just a little mushy, but that's gonna be okay. That's gonna be okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's coming out just fine. Y'all can't even, you can see it a little bit. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my cheese. What am I doing? Lord, what am I doing? There we go. It's usually a lot easier than this. But you know, when you do stuff on camera and the world's looking at you, you get a little nervous. All right. I'm just kidding. I'm not nervous at all. I enjoy this. Okay. So that is our cheese. And all I'm going to do is like pull it out from the grater a little bit here. And that is it. That smells like really spicy cheese. I mean, it is pepper jack, but it really smells special. All right, so our cheese is done. So I'm gonna put that to the side. All right, y'all, we are going to go ahead and get our veggies prepped. Let me throw my trash away. Clean as you go, clean as you go. Okay, so let's start with these peppers. Just gonna take the top off. Have y'all seen, I know we're getting close to Halloween and I love Halloween. You probably know that already if you've seen my videos, but how people do like stuffed peppers and then they'll cut it out like a jack-o'-lantern. I think that is so cute. I still have never done that before. All right, let me take that out. There we go. Oops. Get these seeds out. Chicken smells good on the stove. All right, so I just want to chop these up to fit inside the chopper. All right, so here we go. Let me show you this gadget. I've got too many things on my counter right now. But you know what? This is what happens when you're cooking. Except you're usually not filming it. Okay. Let's see. Oh, now it's locked. Cool, cool. All right, so here is our other gadget, our chopper. Y'all, I don't make any money telling you about the chopper, okay? I'll let you know if I do. That'd be an awesome day, because this is what I want to do. All right. Beautiful. Because I thought before when you had a chopper, I'm like, well, you're getting your cutting board out and you're cutting it like ahead of time. Listen, it's amazing. I don't feel the same way at all anymore. When you get all those little veggies the same size and it goes so fast, it's amazing. All right, let's see if I can stick 2 of those. There we go. All right, perfect. Y'all just look at those. Oh, my heart. I love it. All right, so now we're gonna go to this onion. Like I said, the recipe calls for the frozen peppers and onions. I just am not a fan of that. I've actually never used it, but I just can't imagine that I want to use it. So there's that. All right, so this is just like a small onion. Of course, it's a sweet onion. That's what I always get. Just gonna peel the skin. There we go. The other one. You know, sometimes it comes off easy. Sometimes it doesn't. All right. All right. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Everything's fine. All right, let's get our chopper. Now, I did learn this. It's not the hard way, but the whatever way. I had placed my onion in this way, and so it gave me those long strips, and I didn't want that. So just make sure you put the flat side down. It makes more sense anyway. And there we go. Beautiful. Let me shake this, getting a little full. There we go. Keep taking the lid off. There we go. All right, beautiful. Oh, we got a little onion. We ain't wasting any of this, okay? Okay. All right, so that is the onion and the peppers all chopped up perfectly. I love this thing. All right, I'm gonna go give the chicken a stir. All right, y'all, so our chicken's done and I already added it to the bowl. I just wanna pick at that, but I'm not going to. I will use restrain. Here we go. We are going to add the rest of the ingredients. All we're gonna do is pour it all in, mix it up, and then we're gonna plop it in our 9x13 greased casserole dish. My oven is already preheated to 350 degrees. All right, so let's get this going. We're gonna add, let's just go ahead and add these veggies. Oh, this could take 3 years, y'all. I can't waste any of them. Sorry. Hold, please. I just can't waste them. All right. Then we are going to add a packet of fajita seasoning. I got the McCormick brand. Of course, if you have a recipe for your own fajita seasoning, go for it. Alrighty. I'm gonna add my cream of chicken soup. Maybe, there we go. Ooh, nice. Now, the recipe calls for 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and a whole can is just 2 ounces short of that, so we're just adding the whole can. I'm not keeping 2 ounces of chicken broth in my fridge, if you know what I mean. All right, so chicken broth, I'm just using 1 can. There we go, there we go. And 1 can of the diced tomatoes with the green chilies. This is a 10-ounce can, and it says not to drain, so we're not gonna drain. And then we're gonna add, let's see, it's 1 cup of sour cream, so the whole thing's going in. Okay, and then we're gonna add half of our cheese that we shredded. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, there was a little string of cheese that was stuck, you know, in the grater. I had just a little taste, and it's pretty warm. It's pretty hot, pretty hot. All right, so I'm gonna add half of that. Perfect. And then we need to add 2 cups of instant rice. Y'all, I don't mess around with rice. I usually measure it. 1, 2. Perfect. Now, let me make sure I added all my ingredients. Chicken, rice, cream of chicken, sour cream, onion, bell pepper, diced tomato with green chilies, chicken broth, fajita seasoning, and half of the cheese. Okay, I just love to go through that. I don't want to miss a thing. You know, I kind of feel like since we cooked the chicken on the stove, I probably should have put the vegetables in there and given them a little, you know, moment, but that's okay. All right. This looks interesting, but y'all know it's probably gonna taste really good. But if it doesn't, you'll never see this video. I'm not gonna make y'all eat something and like put your hard, you know, earned money into a recipe and then it tastes like not good. All right, so that looks good to me. Let's get the casserole dish here. All right, we've got our casserole dish and our heavy bowl. Oven's preheated, awesome. It smells really good. All right, I'm just gonna spread that out. Now, what we're gonna do is, this is going to cook for about 40 minutes in the 350-degree oven. And we are gonna wrap this tightly with tinfoil so that rice gets cooked. And then after those 40 minutes, we're gonna take the foil off, add the rest of our cheese, and just cook it till the cheese melts, which kind of sounds amazing. Let me get this on. All right, and this is going in the oven for 40 minutes. Hey, and I just want to remind y'all, if you're like, well, where's the recipe? If I do a recipe, then it's going to be linked in the description box. So just look in that description box. It's like, it says more, click on that, scroll down, and you'll see where there's a recipe. Because I have a few people ask me about that, but that's where it is. Don't you worry, don't you worry. All right, let me throw this in the oven for 40 minutes. So I just took this out of the oven. I'm going to remove this and hopefully not burn myself. There we go. Ooh, yum. All right, we're looking good here. Now we're gonna add the rest of that cheese and then we're gonna pop that right back in the oven until the cheese is melted. All right, I just put it back in the oven until that cheese melts. And I gotta tell y'all, I added some of that on top because I forgot that we had this in the fridge. So just let you know. All right, let's close this oven. I just want y'all to hear the sounds of the deliciousness right out of the oven. Oh my. You know, I'm gonna have Mr. Joey do a taste test, but we may need to hold off for just a couple minutes so he keeps his taste buds. But this smells and looks phenomenal. All right, Mr. Joey, here for our taste test for this chicken fajita casserole. Ignore the dirty kitchen. Look at this, y'all. Does that not look delicious? It smells like a chicken fajita. All right, babe.
Tastes like one too. It's a fajita.
Does it really?
Mm-hmm.
But a fajita has like the wrap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But just everything in it is
okay.
Just pretty much fajita.
Sorry, I don't eat fajitas normally. No, it smells so good. And I actually snuck like one of the peppers and it's like cooked, but it still like has a crunch. So it's super, super good. And then y'all know, we put basil on our toothbrushes in the morning, you know? So we had to add some basil. I appreciate you staying to the end if you did, and even if you didn't. So thank you so much for watching another Cook With Me video. Hope you all are doing well, and we will see you in the next Farmhouse Table video. Yeah.